Evening all. It's a bit wet out there. Rain is wet, sugar is sweet. And I just avoided the rain getting back from the post office, which was nice. Got in and I could hear it all on the roof. So, yeah, very pleased about that. And I thought I'd do a live sales update. I've been meaning to get this second one for August out there. And I thought, I'll do a really flash video, make it all looking nice. And then the day went and I thought, got to JFDI it. Just got to do it. And I'm going to do a live. So it'd be good if we get a few people in. Might not. It might just be me. Who knows? Be like the old days, just me talking to myself like a madman. But I've got 10 items, and these are items from 16th of August, middle of August, through to the end of August. What I do is I sort it all by price, total price. And the weird thing with doing this is I think eBay have started factoring in the GSP costs for the buyer. So if you've got a buyer paying £16 for postage on something, when you order things by total, you get them up there, even though you look at it and you go £30 plus £3.49. How's that higher than £42? But there you go. So we've got Chris in. Good to see you, Chris. Ben's in. Hi, Ben. Hi, Pete's Retro. Hi, everyone who keeps coming back. I do appreciate you keep coming back to the channel. It warms my heart. Now, I've just found this on the floor. And that is to go on the end of, you can't see it, it's my multimeter. Lost that the other day. Hi, Chugalug. Right, I'm hoping I'm not overlapping anything here, because I did to the 1st to the 15th, but we'll see how we go. Hi, Chenzo. Good to see you. Right, let's get going. Should take about 10 minutes, hopefully, unless I blab on a bit too much. Hello, RJ. I'll try and say hello to everyone. Right, here we go. So, number 10 on the top 10 list of top sales from the 16th to the 31st of August is, and I do find it's a little bit difficult to do because I'm flipping from screen to screen and window to window. It's a Sony PlayStation. And my usual thing with these is to sell them with a power lead, sell them with one controller. And that controller is one of the basic controllers. I've got one here. So it's SCPH 1080 as opposed to the ones that have the sticks. Yeah, the little sticks, which are the 12. That's a 1200 one. That is. I think you can get different types. I've been cleaning PlayStation controllers, as you do. And if you ever get one of these and you think it doesn't work, it's always good to get some contact cleaner. Or if you haven't got contact cleaner, I suppose you could get a brush with some white vinegar or solvent, WD maybe, and just stick it down there and just check it's not the contacts. Because I always assumed it would be the wire, but yeah, not always. Hi, Neil, how you doing? So yeah, I would have bought this. I wouldn't have paid over a tenner for it. You know, it could have been a fiver. You know, who knows? But I always tend to pick them up. Do pick up quite a few that don't work. I've got one on the floor that doesn't work. Powers up, but doesn't read the disc. So I will have a little look at that, see if I can do anything with it. But if I'm paying a fiver, you know, I can get the odd one that doesn't work. Obviously, you don't like them getting loads in a row, and sometimes you know you're in the worst mood, and then you get one that doesn't work, and you think I'm a complete failure. But there we go. It's a sort of standard flip, really. 35 quid, 5 to 35. No games, no nothing. These leads I did buy, the RF leads. I had got some, but I bought a whole batch of them just to have in stock. 17 watching, only 3 thumbs up. Well, yes, that's all right. I don't mind. It's the quality, not the quantity, that counts. And we have 17 quality watchers. Next one. Any questions you have, do let me know, and I will hopefully not avoid answering it. Right. Take me to the river. Throw me in the water. Okay. If you're an avid watcher of my channel, you would have seen me for an hour trying to repair this very fish. It was skinned. It was taken to bits. It was recogged and glued, and then the skin put back on, and then it was sold. Almost, Ali. Just a little bit of man flu left. Last couple of nights I thought I'll go to bed and I'll wake up and it'll be gone and I'll feel fantastic, but there's still a bit of a so I'm still like milking it for all it's worth. But yeah, I've just realized actually I haven't been to a boot fair. Let me just stop the share for a bit, or can I just change it to me? Whoop, there we go. I haven't been to a boot fair for ages because I used to do like Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and I've not done Wednesdays because kids back at school and all that's going on. And then the last couple of Saturdays, Liz has had to do some bits and bobs, and I've had to be around the house, so couldn't do that. And then last Sundays was rained off. So it seems like I haven't been to a boot fair for absolutely yonks. More than 2 weeks. But I just realised it's Saturday tomorrow, and potentially that means I could be going to a boot fair and one on Sunday as well, which is quite nuts. Because I was kind of thinking, oh, it's all over now. But, you know, there is potential for boot fair, which is good because my sales have been doing a bit that at the moment. And I'm kind of looking around, having that feeling of I've sold all the good stuff, which is a common feeling for a reseller. Like I've sold all the good stuff and I'm left with all the crap. And I first felt this probably about 4 years ago. But of course, you do get other stuff. But of course, you know, going into the winter period, you know, it's probably a very common thing that people think, how am I going to get through it? You've either got a source or get through what you got. Anyway, yeah, Billy Bass. Yeah, nice little flip blade if you can get them working. If ever you want to fix a Billy Bass, do have a go at it. Because, I mean, I pick them up. I can't see where it was now. There we go. Oh, no, it's not right. Let me try that. Let me try this one. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got a lot of people saying on that video, why are you bothering? Is it worth the time? And I quite enjoy doing it. And I'm either chucking this out and getting nothing, or I'm getting 35 quid. So for an hour's graft. And that's not a bad hourly rate, really. Of course, I've got to walk to the post office, etc., etc. Yes, poor me. Indeed. I'm almost there. Battery compartment is rotten. Yeah, they can be cleaned up as well. And of course, I did say I was fixing a Furby the other day. And if you get any of this stuff and it doesn't work, and you think, oh, it's something in the electricals, and like I'm never going to be able to, you know, I've had that. It's like I've got no idea what it is. It's something in the chip. If you've got a good battery compartment in there, rip out the battery compartment terminals, because if you'd have had a fish that didn't work but the terminals were good, you could then use those terminals for this, and it's a small thing to keep. So just a little tipette there, little tippy. Who else we got in? Rod's in. Hello, Rod. How you doing? Good to see. Good day, mates. Although you're from north. And Peter Ray's in. The weather's looking okay for Sunday. Well, that's good news. I'm going to check the weather a bit late for tomorrow. Night's Life in. Whose channel were you on? Oh, I was watching. You were on someone's channel and I saw you. I can't remember who it was though. And hello, Judy Pearson. Right, let's get on to the next one. What am I doing? Hang on, I'm still like having a complete brain fart as to what I've got to do to share stuff here. Share screen, Chrome tab. Yeah, let's do this one. So this I bought with the kind of thought that, oh, that'll be good. I'll use this. Something actually useful for the home, because Our house was basically designed by the bloke who came up with the design for the Mulberry Docks, which were the things used in D-Day. I thought it was Global Thrifters. And he was high up in the army. So this house was built in the 30s. And apparently there's there was an air raid shelter halfway down the garden that was made of like reinforced concrete. The whole house is made out of like absolutely nuttly strength concrete, military grade concrete. You know, if ever we're bombed, Wallington is bombed, I think we'll be the only house standing. But it does mean that we've got a router in the office and the signal can barely get out of the office. So I'm on a wired connection now. So I thought, I'll get one of these. It'd be brilliant. It's little like hotspot things. But this is only a hotspot extension. It is not, you need the initial plug. And I think you normally buy like the initial plug and one extension. And then you can have add-ons. And this was an add-on. So I was a bit gutted. It wasn't what I wanted. But anyway, I would have picked it up for a couple of quid, I think. Sold it for $32.99. Typical kind of me flip, really, all the sort of stuff I love to do. You know, under a fiver to over 30. Lovely. Not bad at all. I'll tell you what, though, when I did sell it, I did message the buyer and say, you do know that this is an extension. It's not the, you know, you need a unit first to, you know, add this onto, and he knew it. So he knew more than me. So there you go. Okay, next one. We'll be whipping through these. If you have any questions on these, let me know. The fish was worth fixing. Yeah, well, it depends whether you like that sort of thing, Ali. You know, is there something you like doing that could then add value to your reselling? You know, if you enjoy painting or something, or, you know, just making something look a bit better. I know Cola Flipper, I don't know whether he enjoys it, but he cleans up his shoes. It's like magic. It go from like a tramp shoes, like a pair of, you know, shoes Nick Hills would rip off someone, to being the best shoes in the world. And of course, other people might sew and fix clothes, and that I can't do that. And my thing is just doing very simple, basic electronics. So there you go. All helps add value. Share screen again. Got another PlayStation, I think. Yeah, it's a slim console. And again, I put the same price on that, which is a bit weird, but there you go. I probably had a set price in my head for PS consoles, and these have been kicking around for a while. This is a bit out of time character. It is a bit out of time character. Thing is, tea cakes, really, I should do a pre-recorded video on this, on the sales, and then task it all up with flash graphics and intro music and what do they call them? Transitions. But I couldn't be asked. So this is why you've got me, you know, live, bumbling over how to share a screen. Cola's costing you a lot of money at the moment, buying a lot of cleaning stuff. Oh, well. Yeah, he's got some good tips for cleaning stuff. He's also very close to 1,000, which I've been banging on about for a month. I've kind of, probably everyone's getting sick of me saying it, but, you know, if you haven't, chuck him a subscription. And everyone else in here, of course. You don't appreciate, well, yeah, there's not a lot of BS around here. Well, I hope not anyway. Tell me if I go into BS territory. I'd like to know. Anyway, £35. Another PS Slim. Don't normally sell them with the power adapter. But I had one spare. I think I like to keep one back for me. And if there's one kicking around, I think I can get a good price and I've got a good bundle. Like I had this controller was a PS1 Slim controller. Excuse me. So it's just a nice little bundle, really. Might have gone better at Christmas, but glad to get rid of it. It had been kicking around for ages. Right, the next item is something I got free. Someone we knew was just, I think they told Liz that they we're getting rid of these and we're putting them outside their house. And she was like, "Boop, I'll have those." And she said, "Oh, can I have them?" Didn't say that I was then going to sell them on eBay, but I did. And they were these. Share screen, Chrome tab, a bit of Le Creuset. Not a great colour. I do prefer my blues. Rough and ready. Tea cakes wants it rough and ready. Hello, Mike Dando. How you doing? I might shock your tea cakes. I might get a little bit slicker. I'd said to myself, when I get to 1,000 subs, I'll do an intro and a bit of music and maybe some graphics, and it just didn't happen. And I keep thinking, yeah, I might do that if I get to 2,000. If I ever get to 2,000, I think like a week ago, I was sort of saying, thank you for almost getting me to 2,000. And to be honest, my subs have stayed exactly where they are. So it's like I shouldn't say anything. I put the mockers on it. Anyway, so yeah, not a brilliant colour, not like a blue or a volcanic orange, which you can get, which are very popular colours, but still sold. And like I say, we had 3 of these, and I think they all sold for, I think a couple sold for 35 and the other one sold for about 20-ish or something like that. So it's a little bit under 100 quid for a freebie, which isn't too bad. Can't complain. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. Right, are we on the top 5? We are on the top 5. Hello, Skilty. Right, in at 5. This one went to a prison or a young offenders institute. It wasn't a file and a cake. It was a couple of wireless controllers with charger, which was a nice little thing. I think I got this in an Xbox 360 bundle. I did get it in an Xbox 360 bundle, bought off Facebook Marketplace. And in actual fact, it was an Atari 2600 that I was picking up and paid 25 quid for that, which I think was too much money, seeing as it didn't work. But they had a 360 as well. And they sold me that for a tenner. So I got the 360, which did work fine. Couple of controllers in there with charger. And there you go. They sold for 40. I think they sold for 40. I don't think I took an offer on it. But yeah, £10, and I've still got the Xbox. And it was Xbox 360S. So, one of the later black ones. It's actually the model we had. So, yeah. Yeah, big, bulky and Hermes. Yeah, it's a bit big and bulky, isn't it? Maybe I should sort of... I do use up a lot of space. And, maybe I should focus in like... Ken does and just do postcards and have 30,000 listings all in a shoebox. Might be the way to go. Some of this big and bulky stuff, yeah, you do fill up your space quickly. But of course, it's always better. I always think shoebox size or less. If I see something like that and it's valuable, but trouble is everyone else is nabbing it. So what can you do? You always skip the intros and outros. Yeah, I do too. Or I try to always watch everything at double speed. I've spoken about that before, because when I catch up to real time, I'm just amazed at how slow people are. But there you go. Right, next one. How are we doing for time? I've been on for 18 minutes. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, everyone. I'll try and speed up. This was a little bit beat up, to be honest. A little bit scratched up on the surface. And CD Walkmans, I normally think I'd get between like 15, 20 quid, but I obviously looked at comps on this one and looks at solds, and I thought, well, let's go a bit higher. It's never going to happen. And it did. And I think it might have gone abroad. I can't remember. But I was just looking at it just now, and it sold and I got positive feedback, so they were happy with it. So, yeah, I've got plenty of these that are broken. I've just picked one up off the floor, actually. One or two at least. In total, I've probably got about like a dozen or more of those that are broken. But they normally go from about I would buy them for about £2, sell them for about 15. Sometimes you can get one that is 70 quid. What's the t-shirt? It's the Guinness. It is the Guinness. Tap point to Skilty. That's the first tap point I've ever given away on this channel. Take as much time as I need. Okay. 10 minutes in a skip and you can clear the lot. This could be the way to go. Yeah, or maybe petrol in a match. Who knows? All right, on to the next one. This is I won't call it a bolo, but sealed old media. Might take a while. I was at a indoor jumble sale over 2 years ago, and there were 2 audio tapes, like 5 packs. One of them I bought and put it on eBay, and it sold for like 70 quid. And this was the other one, which I put on, I think, for a similar price. It took ages, but it did eventually sell. Did it sell for 60? Let me just check that out. Hang on. See if I can give you an honest assessment of this situation. And these would have cost like 50p or something. You know, so this is a really sort of thing that I like doing. No, they sold for yeah, I did get an offer on them. It didn't sell for 60. They sold for 42.81. They've been on the shop for like a couple of years, and I think I was like, maybe had seen one sold which had a high value, so I thought, oh, I'll be able to get that. But still, £42.81. Don't ask me why £42.81. Probably because there's like £3.49 postage on it. But for 50p purchase, I mean, you're laughing, aren't you? So yeah, sealed media. Now with tapes, yeah, there are certain, you know, if you see the metal tapes, they're always good to, you know, look out for. But on the whole, if you can pick it up cheap, it's well worth getting. And I don't mind stuff hanging around if it's small. Yeah, that's sitting on the shelf for 2 years is fine by me. Right, we've got 2 left now. Almost done. Still got a wonderful 36 people watching. Oh God, I almost clicked end broadcast. I have a tendency to do that. Okay, it suddenly goes dark. Right, these ones. I know how much these cost me as well. Let me just check. I'm giving you the true price. It's a bit annoying. I suppose there is a way of seeing the true price. Martins. I've just looked it up on general eBay. That's no good. I went for 60 these, and I bought them for 8, and I bought them at the A3 boot fair down in where is it? Is it near Guildford? I think it's on the A3 because it's the A3 boot fair. So there you go. Floppy disks, yeah. Is that what size floppy disks? Is that the little these ones? I've got tons of these. Anyway, yeah, DMs. Everyone knows DMs are worth money. I'll tell you what. I would always sell them for over 70. These were a small size. I think they were a 5, and they were kind of like a half boot. But I had a pair of, I think it was 14 hole, like go up halfway up your leg. Stop that screen share, and they went for 100. So I'd always try them out. I've got mini discs as well. So I've got loads of these. Is that the sort of thing you're talking about? I had a whole load of these. These are knitting patterns for a Brother machine, and I had loads and loads of these on. But some of them, let's see if I can show you. Some of them, I think, are copies because I mean, how do you tell? That's got a printed label, so it doesn't look like it's a copy, but that might be a copy. And then, you know, there's things like that which obviously are a copy. Anyway, eBay sort of sent me a note saying, you're selling pirated stuff. So I took down, the listing ASAP and thought, yeah, fair enough. I don't want to sort of risk the account. It was a bit silly of me to put them on, really, but there you go. We have silly moments, don't we? But yeah, they had sold quite well. I think I'd only sold the ones with the original labels, so I hadn't sold any of the others. But stupidly, I'd listed the whole lot, just not brain not functioning. But there you go. Right, we're on to last one now. This cost me £20, and let me just double check how much it sold for. It's the biggie. It's the number one. Did I get the full price? Look at me trying to work out how to use a computer. No, I got £20 less, but that's all right. The last item was this. So I got that. I got this boot fair season. Probably got it in June or July. Oh, Pete's going to finish a vlog. He's in desperate need of a vlog. Yeah, and it's the first thing I bought in a boot fair. Got in there and thought, God, that's a bit chunky. And the bloke said 20 quid. It's strangely enough. I mean, some of these house clearance guys haven't got a clue, because he was trying to flog me a Monopoly for a tenner not too long ago. And this was the guy who sold me the empty box, by the way, for like a CD thing. It wasn't quite empty, but I got a few people winding me up, as they do. And he sold me the milk bottles, but I probably have made money on those. So it sounds like this guy absolutely sees me coming and pulls down my pants and takes me for a ride every single time I see him. But it's not the case. Sometimes I buy something off him for like 20 quid and I sell it for 130, which is what happened here. And again, I don't know a big deal about radio control cars. I sold it as seen and sort of said it hasn't been tested. Didn't have a battery in it. But this was a big old thing. It was about as big as this screen, which, if you're looking at it on a mobile, is very small. But bigger, about as big as a small dog or a cat. And that was the number one sale. So that is August done. I've been meaning to catch up, seeing as we are kind of like almost halfway through October, or a lot of the way into October. So I've got to catch up with September. Got to do that. So I'll probably do that in a little bit. Might have a boot fair haul in a few days. I want to do a repair video soon. Got to do that. I'm going to do an Xbox controller because that's fairly simple. If you want me to try and repair anything, let me know. Might turn into a bit of a repair a week or something like that. And I might do another sort of like talking about eBay. My last video on charity shops, generally 99.9% of the people knew where I was coming from in terms of I think the charity shops could make more money. I think there was one comment on there which was a little bit not in that vein, but I answered him, and there you go. But yeah, that's the plans for this week coming up. Hi, Laura. Just missed it all. I do that as well a lot of the time. Sort of join just as it's ending. The replay option is available, of course. We're just doing top 10 sales for the second half of August. And I only meant to go on for 10 minutes. I've almost been going on for half an hour. So I'm going to let you go. Can I have a little cough as well? Have a great weekend, everyone. Might do another stream. If I do, I'll see you then. If not, have a great weekend. Hope you pick up some good stuff if you're going sourcing. And I'll see you soon. Take care.